Hi Aries, it's me, Aoife the Oracle, and welcome to your July 2026 tarot reading. Let's see what the cards have in store for Aries for the month of July. Things are really working out for you, Aries. The projects that you've been planning, they're coming along. I feel like for some of you, love is coming along too. There might be this situation, though, of it's not moving at the speed that you want it to. And just trust that everything is in alignment. Everything's happening in divine timing. But things are definitely working out for some Aries right now. A lot of Aries. Your friendships are working. Your relationships are working. But the only caveat is they might not be working at the speed that you want them to. I recorded this reading already. And then I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Because when I recorded it, it was like disappointment and love working out at the same time. And the majority of readings that people are interested in, I'd say 80% of the time, it's about love. So there are some relationships right now for Aries that are moving along. And for some Aries, there are relationships that are not working out the way that you want it to, or it's not working out at the speed that you want it to. But otherwise, we're seeing things really work out. Let's see what's going on with Aries with work. The big thing I'm getting right now for you, Aries, is just not yet. Don't try to rush it. Like if you're dating someone and you've been dating for 2 months and it's going great, probably not the best time to move in or, move them into your house or get married so soon. Or if you're having a business, if you have a business or some kind of career that you're investing in, probably not the right time to invest everything right now. And I have to say that because right now we do have Saturn and Neptune transiting Aries suns. So there is a chance for deception. Neptune doesn't always represent deception, but when Neptune is transiting your sun in particular, there can be a lot of things that you're not seeing clearly. So it's wise not to move too quickly, not to move too fast, because Neptune is the planet of illusions and delusions and kind of seeing what you want to see, but not really seeing clearly. And what's interesting is with having Saturn conjunct your sun right now with Neptune, the delusions are going to blow up a lot quicker. If Neptune were just transiting your sun, it might be you don't see the truth of someone or a situation for years and years to come. With Saturn there, things are happening a lot quicker. So for that reason, don't jump the gun yet. Some of you are thinking of moving. It looks like it would be a good idea. It looks like you're thinking of moving for more opportunities, more community, more friendships. It just looks like you're looking to move, and this could be a physical move, a spiritual move. You're looking to move to more like-minded people. This looks like it's very supported. This move that you're looking to make, it looks wise. It looks wise for your business. It looks wise community-wise. It looks like it will be something that makes you happier. Next step for Aries. Yeah, Aries, this is really it. We have the Emperor. I mean, what other card could represent what's going on with Aries right now? But I do have the Fool upside down, which is to say, this is what's really leading the reading for me right now. Not yet. Don't jump the gun yet. Wait. And I won't even say wait. Just really calculate. Don't act like what you're seeing isn't happening. Don't ignore red flags. Don't overinvest just yet, because more will be revealed. Anyways, Aries, I hope you have a beautiful month, and I will see you guys in, what's next month? August. I'll see you in August. Bye-bye. Hi, Taurus. It's me, Aoife the Oracle, and welcome to your July 2026 tarot reading. What's going on with Taurus? First of all, we don't have much going on in Taurus right now, but we do have this square aspect in Leo of Jupiter and Venus. You will be feeling a lot of tension right now because this is making the square aspect to your Taurus sun. You'll be feeling a lot of tension right now because there's something that you want to expand. It might be a relationship that you want to move forward, a job that you want to get, a business that you want to grow. You're definitely feeling a lot of tension right now. And it's kind of showing the opportunity to expand. But let's see what the tarot has to say about that. Oh, Taurus. Somebody broke your heart. Damn, 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 damn. I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but y'all are sad right now, bruh. And we got the magician upside down. You probably feel like the life's been sucked out of you. That's probably what I'm seeing with the square aspect with Jupiter and Venus squaring your Taurus sun. Is it overthinking? And the key right now is a little bit harder. I know you might feel like you've given 110%, give 115%. And whatever this regard is. If it's love, let's see. You have to get a personal reading about that one, because I'm not gonna go there with y'all. But what I'm getting is 8 of Pentacles. There needs to be a little bit more harder work. Maybe this harder work is in the way that you see things, in shifting your attitude, and applying yourself more to whatever you're feeling this pressure in, because you're definitely feeling pressure. The Magician would represent to me, there might be pressure in your self-image. Maybe your self-esteem is taking a blow because you feel like things are not working the way you want them to. Maybe it's time to put more pressure into your image, your self-image, inner child work, therapy, how you talk to yourself, how you view yourself. What's going on with the Magician? I'm sorry, Tauruses. We have Judgment and Justice upside down. You just feel like things are not going your way. And with that square aspect, you really feel like things aren't going your way. And there might be this pressure. You might feel like, I got to get it done now. I have to get it. I have to get this now. I have a friend that's a Taurus, and she's put in 150 job applications. And she's just now got a hit. And it's for volunteering. I shouldn't put all her business out there like that, but you see what I'm saying? It's like you keep pushing and pushing and pushing, but I feel like you're on the cusp of something, and just give a little bit more to whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. And right now, it's definitely, do not get sucked in the trap of overthinking. Because as you've probably seen in life, your worst enemy sometimes is yourself. And your worst enemy can be the rotating thoughts of, this isn't working, I'm not good enough, yada, yada. So you're really going to have to actively work against that. How can they work against it? Because there is, with the Page of Pentacles, there is a new opportunity coming. It might not be as big and grand as you want, but it does have a lot of room for growth. So you really need to work at not overthinking things, at not thinking the worst of things, because you're right what's the word I'm saying? So you're just about to hit your apex. You're just about to hit the golden moment. So keep going, Taurus. Next steps for Taurus. Y'all, you keep telling me this relationship isn't working. And maybe it's this lost opportunity or lonesomeness that's really zapping the life out of you. You know, I always tell people, life isn't just like you can compartmentalize all the time. You can compartmentalize work, love, family. Sometimes it's just all one big pot of energy. And if you're feeling zapped in love and just like let down in one area, it bleeds into other areas. Because we are one person, you are one person, and it's not like you can be sad in this area and then go to this area and be joyous. So maybe it is that heartbreak that's bleeding into you seeing everything else as like a wash. So really watch against that, Taurus. Ugh. Baby, I'm sorry. 9 of Swords. That card don't even need no explanation. Homie's sad. What's the next step? Yeah, I can't. We got 6 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, Page of Wands. Just a little bit more work. Just a little bit more work. And try something new. You might not be, because Tauruses are hard workers. I can hear you already. I already put in enough work. Try something new and then put more work into that. Ask for help. Look at how you can look at the situation differently. How can you approach the situation differently? Because we don't know everything, and there's always a different way of doing something, and then maybe that might be the route for you, Taurus. I'm sorry, Tauruses. I know that's not all of y'all, but it's looking, yeah, y'all are sad, but like I said, you're almost there. You are almost there, Taurus. I hope you have a beautiful July, and I will see you guys next month. Bye-bye. Hi Gemini, it's me for the Oracle, and welcome to your July 2026 tarot reading. Let's see what the cards have in store for you this month, Gemini. I'm hearing that some of you guys have moved and it was the right idea. You might have moved on from a situation. You might have moved on from a work. You might have actually moved residences, moved to a different city, moved to a different state. And it looks like that was the right idea because we have the World right side up and we have Six of Swords right side up. Moving on from something. But you can't rest on your laurels yet. Sometimes it feels like you pulled a geographic right now. And I said, like, it might not be a physical move, but it feels like you pulled a geographic. To where it's like, I'm just going to, I'm just going to move away from that person. I'm just going to leave this relationship. I'm just going to leave that job. I'm going to leave this city because this city don't understand. And I got, better fish to fry somewhere else. But you can't rest on laurels because it looks like it was a good idea, this moving on. But we can't pull pulling a geographic basically means, I hate this city. I'm going to go to this city and it's going to be all better. And then you don't realize that wherever you go, there you are. You are still the same person. You still have the same issues, the same way of seeing the world. Sometimes pulling a geographic can be very beneficial, but for the most of us, we find that when we move on, we're still the same person. You had bum relationships in Austin, you're going to have bum relationships in New Orleans or Orlando or wherever it is that you're moving to. You had a bad situation, coworker relationship, office politics in this corporation, you're probably going to find that it's the same thing in the next corporation. Because wherever you go, there you are. See? Y'all are moving on from something, somebody, someplace. But wherever you go, there you are, because I have the Seven of Swords and the Knight of Swords, which really tells me, and they're both upside down. Sorry, Seven of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, upside down, that you just can't rest on your laurels. If it didn't work out where you came from or where you're moving on from, the past relationship, it's really wise to take inventory and go like, what didn't work out, so that we don't repeat the same mistake again. It would be really wise to not repeat the same mistake again. And for some of you guys, I'm getting this story for Geminis that there might be like addictive issues at hand, whether that's like overdoing some sort of substance, overdoing some kind of activity, overdoing a way of thinking. Even negative thinking can be addictive, an addiction. And that might be the missing key of like having this out-of-body experience to try to cope with a situation, and then you're trying to move on from that, but the same situation's still there. So definitely, unfortunately, addiction is a major theme that we're dealing with some Geminis right now. And it might be the missing key, the missing ticket to why you feel like things might not be working out. But like I said, we have the World and Six of Swords right side up. So things are on the up and up. A lot of you are getting a new job. It looks positive, but I would take it a little bit slower. Because like I said, if you had bad relationships from your previous job and that's why you've moved to this job, look at your part, look at how you respond, look at how you feel, so that the same situation isn't created again. This could also be a love relationship. What have we learned? What's our part so that the same situation is not created again? Thank you so much for joining me this month, Gemini, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Hi, Cancer. It's me, Aoife the Oracle, and welcome to your July 2026 tarot reading. Happy birthday, first of all. What are you doing for your birthday? My birthday was about 6 days ago. I had a pretty good time. But let's see what these cards have in store for you, Cancer. What? Cancer, you're moving on. You're starting new things. It looks like okay, let me just say, some of y'all are ooshgosh in the wooshgosh. We got the lovers. This is definitely feeling like a love reading. Maybe you've moved on from a previous relationship and you're moving on into a new one. You're thinking differently. You're learning what didn't work in the past. You've learned more about yourself. Venus did just transit your sign, so Cancers were feeling a glow up for the past month, right in time for your birthday. But it's looking like this is looking like a love reading. This is definitely looking like a love reading. And it feels like a lot of you, either you're having a good time in the relationship that you're in now, or you're entering into a new relationship and you're really feeling yourself. You're really understanding your motives, how you operate, what you expect, what you're not going to accept, what you offer, what the other person offers. You're just really feeling like I'm feeling like really soft right now, like a teddy bear, which, you know, a lot of people say that about Cancers, but you're really feeling yourself right now. The only thing that I would say is possibly not moving too fast. Because you don't know everything yet. And it's like, I'm also getting this story of like possibly moving too fast at the expense of other areas of your life, like not having time to put into your business, not having enough time to put into your work. And it's, yeah, I can just really say don't move fast, because we have the Two of Pentacles and we have the Page of Cups upside down, which is to say that like it might not be official yet. It feels like a lot of you are just in this period of like a new love and really, really enjoying yourself and really, really feeling yourself. And I can just say, try not to over invest right now. Enjoy it. Are you one of those people that's like, you met someone and like on the by the middle of the second date, you've already picked out your wedding dress or your tuxedo, or you know where you're going to get married and like what the rest of your life is going to look like together? That's kind of a Cancer thing. And you might not want to do that. Just enjoy the present moment. Enjoy it for what it is right now. Next steps. Because it's looking positive, but we just don't want to like overdo it, because it's looking like the only thing I'm seeing in this reading is possibly overdoing the situation at the expense of other situations, other areas in your life that might need attention. Like, you know, you call into work off or sick every day because you want to be with your boo, or you're not putting enough time into your business because you're just all emotionally caught up with this situation, this situationship, this relationship, with anything. So don't neglect other areas of your life, Cancer. Enjoy yourself. This ain't my reading. Don't look at me like that. This is for you. Anyways, Cancer, I hope you have a beautiful July, and I will see you next month. Bye-bye. Hi, Leo. It's me, Aoife the Oracle, and welcome to your July 2026 tarot reading. First of all, Leo, this is going to be a good one. We have Jupiter and Venus in your sign. Jupiter is going to be transiting your sun for the next year, and Venus will be transiting your sun for about the next 3 to 4 weeks. What does this mean for you? This is a time of expansion in your personal life, in the way that you see yourself. And it's a time for a glow up. So if you're thinking about a new haircut, I wouldn't do any kind of plastic surgery right now because we have Venus retrograde. So not Venus, Mercury retrograde. So you might not like it, but this is definitely a time to try new outfits, to try a new look, to try to try something new, particularly having to do with beauty and you. And with Jupiter transiting your sign, like I said, this is a time of expansion. If you're thinking of starting a new project, this would be a good time despite Mercury being in retrograde. All I can say with Mercury being in retrograde is you want to make sure that you dot all your I's and cross all your T's and sleep on it. If you have a decision to make, sleep on it. Wait for divine timing, wait for your intuition to, tell you what to do, whether you should do it, whether you should not. So just go a little bit slower, but you do want to initiate things. This is a good time for doing that. So congratulations, Leo. You basically got the best planets right now in the whole sky. happening on your sun. What a Leo thing to do. Anyways, let's see what's going on for Leo for July 2026. It's a work story. This is weird. There is a theme of deception going on right now. It might not always be a work story for all of you, but there's a theme of deception going on right now. Did you find someone trying to take advantage of you, Leo? Were you trying to take advantage of someone else? I more so feel someone was trying to take advantage of you. They were trying to take advantage of your good graces. You opened up emotionally. You offered this person money. They might have taken advantage of you financially, but you didn't lose. You caught on to it quickly. What was happening quickly revealed itself. Everybody knows there's no deception right now about what's happening, despite the deception that tried to happen. And you're not going to suffer for it, Leo. There might be hard work at play. This might be like you got a divorce. The person came at you for child support or alimony or what do you call that? Spousal support. And it was more than you anticipated, and they might not have been totally honest and truthful. But you're not going to be on the losing end for long, Leo. Maybe you are working somewhere and they're asking you to do more work than that you signed up for, or that's in your job description. You're not going to be on the losing end for this. It's going to take a little bit of hard work. Actually, a lot of bit of hard work, Leo. I'm not going to lie to you, but you're not going to lose out for this. You will quickly recover from whatever this downfall has been. And you're going to come out 10 times better for it. Why do we have the Fool upside down? One thing I can say, though, is you right now want to burn the bridge. Don't burn the bridge just yet. I mean, if whatever has come to light in this situation that's not working out right, and if the person's clearly taking advantage of you, abusing you, yada, 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 do what you have to do. But don't burn unnecessary bridges right now because you don't have all the information yet. That's what I keep saying. You don't have all the information yet. And some Leos might be I just forget it. I'm just going to do me. Just, whatever. Don't cut off your nose to spite your face. Don't do that. Because you will gather more information on whatever the situation is that will leave you ahead of the game. Next steps for Leo. Yeah. They thought they got you, Leo. They don't have you for long. They do not have you for long. Things are going to be working out in your favor. They're going to be working out in your favor financially. And what I'm hearing is, which was the same for a few other readings, if it was a situation where you were duped, deceived, it would be really wise to take inventory and look at what your part was in it. And you go, how could it be my fault that the person deceived me? Say you met somebody and they gave you a bunch of lip service and you believed it without really seeing who the person was and you just jumped on board. It would be like, someone's like, invest in my company, and you haven't read all the papers yet, and you don't know what to expect in return. You haven't researched how they do in business. You haven't researched all of this stuff before. You just you jumped at a good opportunity too quickly. So look at what your part was in it so that you will not be deceived next time. Leo, it's all working out for you. Trust me, baby. Trust me. And with Venus, like I said, you heard what I said. Venus and Jupiter transiting your sun is absolutely going to work out for you this time around. Anyways, Leo, have a beautiful month, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Hello, Virgo. My name is Aoife the Oracle, and welcome to your July 2026 tarot reading. But let's start off with a little astrology, because it all goes hand in hand, really. So, as you can see here in Virgo, my screen might be reversed, but there's not much going on. But we do have this square aspect to Gemini, which has in it right now Uranus and Mercury. What's going on in Virgo right now, you can't see it, but we do have the South Node. So what all Virgos are experiencing, all Virgo suns, potentially risings, maybe even moons, there is something that you need to let go of. By now, you're very aware of what it is that you need to let go of. The fact that it's making this square aspect to Gemini with Uranus and Mercury is telling me that it's probably a way of seeing the world, of seeing yourself, a mindset, a belief, that you're getting more and more evidence every day that this isn't working. I don't like this. How can I change? So change is possible. Embrace the change. And in the age of the internet, you can research anything for free, essentially. How can I change my mindset? How can I improve my self-esteem? How can I learn this new skill? How can I learn a new way of thinking, a new way of doing something? So by now, I know you Virgos, you've realized what it is that you need to let go of, what needs to change, what needs to be shifted. And with the square aspect, you will be feeling the pressure more so for probably the next few months. Not only is Mercury in Gemini, Mercury is also retrograde. So take that for what you will. And Virgo is also ruled by Mercury. So you could also feel like you've been making progress in this mind shift, in this new way of doing things and letting go of something. And you'll feel like you're reverting. What was all that work for? Don't take the bait, Virgo. You've made a lot of progress. And it's just like, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. You will eventually keep moving forward. With Mercury retrograde, it might be a time to not really redo it, but really dot your I's and cross your T's, perfect the process, maybe do less and sit and really digest everything that's been happening. But it's all working out. And you're going to be the better for it. So what's going on for Virgo in July 2026? Virgo, where you at? No! Who lied to you, Virgo? Who was lying to you? Are you lying to yourself? I'm sorry, y'all. Oh, man. See, it's just like I said. So I interpret this card as deception, as lying. You might be being deceived, and you might also be the one doing the deceiving. You might be deceiving yourself. But it's looking like there might be deception in your relationships, in your friendships. And for a lot of you, it's got a financial hook to it. Maybe someone didn't give you the money that was promised. Maybe you found that someone was only in your circle for the material things that you could provide for them. It could also be this situation to where you've wised up and you've prevented yourself from being deceived. Wow, what a story. There's just a lot going on. What I'm seeing in my head is like Virgos are just surrounded by people and it's just too much information going back and forth and it's getting really messy. And I'm seeing this situation where it's like, if you are a part of it or the spearhead, and even being an observer is a part of it, maybe that's the change that needs to happen, because it just feels really messy and icky right now. And I don't want to use the word incestuous, but that's not a very good word. It's just too, like, the emotions and the boundaries are too mashed together, and where do I end and where do you begin, and it's not obvious anymore. And it's just gotten too far. So maybe that's the change that needs to happen. Maybe this Mercury retrograde will provide you with the opportunity to redo it, or not do it, or see your part, or start to build better boundaries. It's definitely something financial. I mean, I can't get enough of this financial. Let's get a good thing. What's going good? Well, for some of y'all, relationships are working out well. Families working out well. I'm also seeing this story for some Virgos right now where there's something going on with inheritance and possibly siblings or family members. And it's like, how is this money going to be divided? Is someone taking advantage of the other person? There's definitely this family money story going on right now. Virgos, if you'd like a private reading with me, you can find me at ifatheoracle.com. I do tarot readings, all sorts of readings, but this looks like you need a tarot reading. We have the Hierophant upside down. And what I'm really getting is it's just too messy. It's too messy. It's too involved. The boundaries are not good. They're not good boundaries. And that might be the opportunity of like what we need to work on is, am I giving too much? Am I giving too little? Where do I begin and where does the other person end? Anyways, like I said, if you'd like a full reading with me, Virgo, you can find me at ifatheoracle.com. And I know that I can already see in the comments, you're going to be like, yeah, we're having a fight over the inheritance right now. I can see that for you, Virgo, with Justice upside down. And with Mercury retrograde, it might be a time to really, Mercury retrograde often represents us with opportunities to suss out and go over paperwork, inheritances, wills, trusts, things like that. So just hang in there. And the one word of advice that I can give is have better boundaries. Anyways, Virgo, I hope you have a beautiful, after saying all that, I hope you have a beautiful July. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Hello, Libra. It's me, Ifa the Oracle, and welcome to your July 2026 tarot reading. Let's see what the month of July has in store for Libra. Before we get to the tarot, we have you as Libra here. Imagine your sun is here. You're a little Libra sun right here. You see, not much is going on in Libra, but we do have a square aspect to Cancer, another cardinal sign, which has the sun and Mercury going retrograde. So expect tensions with communication, possibly tensions with automobiles, your car. Something might go wrong with communication, transportation in your neighborhood, something like that. So just go a little bit slower. Mercury retrograde is about going a little bit slower than you would like to, because there could be mishaps or things that you have to go back and fix. That's really what the retrograde energy is about. But let's see what the tarot has in store for you. Moving on from something, I know quite a few Libras right now that are applying for jobs, new jobs. And it's not looking very positive for new opportunities. It's funny because the vibe that the cards are giving me with Two of Wands is like you want to move on, but the move on might be premature. The move on is premature. You're prematurely moving on from something. Are you prematurely moving on from a relationship? Are you prematurely moving on from work? You're just over it, Libra. I don't know what the situation is, but you're just over it. You're ready to get her done. We got the Empress upside down. And what that's representing to me is like, I've said this in a few other readings, do not cut off your nose to spite your face. Because it might be that you move on from something and then it ends up not really being good for you. Like, say you live in an apartment and the rent is $1,500. The landlord pisses you off. She doesn't fix things. She complains. She doesn't take responsibility. So you're like, whatever. I'm done. I'm moving. So you move into an apartment that's half the size for $2,000. You're paying more. You got less space and you got more work to do. You see, I know that was a silly example, but don't spite your face by cutting off your nose in this situation. So take a little time, evaluate the situation, because not only do you not have all the information, there's a premature jumping to conclusions right now. Sorry, I don't mean to be so rough on you, Libras, but it's funny. In my readings, I'll start off with telling what the astrology is, and then the cards will verify just that. There might be tensions right now and wanting to move forward too quickly. Particularly in a job. If you're thinking of leaving your job right now, first I would consult like a private reading. These general readings, I wouldn't go off that for a general reading. What is the sun? Wow, this is brilliant. I do have the sun and the Wheel of Fortune right side up. How is this going to happen? I'm hearing that you need to ask for more help. Things are really, there's something good happening. There's something good coming. But you might be trying to do it all alone. This is where I'm feeling like this, like, don't move so quickly. You might be trying to do it all alone. Yeah, and we have the Six of Pentacles, which is, and the Hermit right side up is like, I'm going to do this on my own. Upside down, you might need some help. And then we have Six of Pentacles, which is exactly what it looks like. Someone giving help. And we have the Hangman upside down. So whatever the situation is, whether it's romance, work, family, health, this whole reading is just telling me maybe you should ask for help. Maybe you should do a little research first. Yeah. We have the Devil upside down. You don't have all the information yet. Things could very well work out for you, but you need to be willing to ask for help and not assume that you know everything quite yet. Anyways, Libra, I hope you have a beautiful July. Despite all that, it's all going to work out. It always does. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Hello, Scorpio. My name is Aoife the Oracle, and welcome to your July 2026 tarot reading. Before we get into the tarot, let's get into a little astrology, shall we? This is you right here. You see, in Scorpio, there's not much happening. Not much happening here, not much happening here. But Scorpio is a fixed sign, and it's making a square axis, a fixed sign square aspect to Leo. Leo is also a fixed sign. And Leo right now, in about a day or so, we're going to be having Jupiter and Venus in Leo. This is all about expansion. This is all about, it's like you want to expand your looks, your money, your relationships, expansion of things that make you feel good with Venus being there. But this square aspect, it might be feeling a pressure to do these things and to get these things going prematurely. But you will be feeling the pressure of something that you just want to either let go of. Like, what does expansion have to do with letting go? It's like, this thing might be holding me back, so I need to let it go so that I can expand in these kind of ways. You're definitely feeling this pressure because, as you see, this 90-degree angle here always creates a tension. So let's see what the cards have in store for Scorpio for July 2026. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, damn, was that wrong? Because you are expanding. We got the money, honey. Ace of Pentacles. But we have the King of Wands. What's that all about? And now it makes sense. And we have the Chariot. You're wanting to expand. You're wanting to expand possibly your family. All the love cards that I'm pulling up are looking good. But then I have the Fool, which makes it all make sense. The Fool upside down. And this King of Wands now also makes sense. It's a little premature. This expansion that you're wanting to do. Not saying that you can't do it, because you definitely will do it. Everything looks like it's in that order. But I'm getting this sense of possible, forgive me, Scorpios, a little bit of laziness. Because King of Wands would show me action, and it's upside down. So it might be like I have all these ideas of what I want to do, of what I could do, what I should do, but not taking the action. And the dream is so alive in your heart that it makes it feel like it's real. They talk about this thing a lot with entrepreneurs, which is like you have a goal and you think about it instead of actually taking the action steps to doing it. And what happens is the hormones that you release from thinking about it, like the dopamine, oxytocin that you release from thinking about it, floods your body and makes you feel like you're actually accomplishing it just from thinking about it. So are you actually taking the actions for this expansion that we talked about with the astrology? The expansion is coming, but you need... The cards don't lie, sweetie. Oh my God, Queen of Wands. You need to take action. Scorpio, I wish I had more for you. Whatever it is that you're trying to expand on, you need to take the action. You looking to date? Maybe you should get out there. Not go meet nobody on your couch. Looking to get a new job? Maybe you should put out some job resumes. Maybe you should go get that certification, get that degree. What are they looking to do? Well, that's an interesting story. Some of y'all not taking any action because you drink and smoke too damn much. Yeah, that's what's going on. So I know this is very specific for some of y'all out there, but there might be things that you're putting into your body that are making you a little bit slower in getting these goals done that you want to accomplish. There's also a bit of discord going on in your life with the people in your life. Maybe you're fighting with people. Maybe they're fighting with you. That also might be zapping your energy. But overall, this looks very good. This expansion is going to come into fruition, but you could take more action, Scorpio. I hope you have a beautiful July, and I will see you guys next month. Wait. If you'd like a private reading with me, you can find me at ifatheoracle.com. Bye-bye. Hello, Sagittarius. It's me, Ifa the Oracle, and welcome to your July 2026 tarot reading. Let's see what the tarot has in store for you. But before we do that, let's see what the astrology has in store for you. This is you right here. And as you can see in Sagittarius, is it in the camera? There's not much going on. But if we go straight across, we can see in your opposing sign, Gemini, we have Uranus and we have Mars. Assuming that you are a first house, which would make you a rising Sagittarius, I know you'll also feel this as a sun. The opposing sign represents you. Opposing 180 degrees opposite represents your relationships. And Uranus is about shocks, awes, surprises, shifts, revelations, and exposing what might have been in the dark. So expect, at least for the next 6 to 7 years, shifts in your relationships, your one-on-one relationships, most likely your romantic relationships. You might start dating someone completely different than you've dated before. You might be getting with someone. You might have new ways of going about a particular relationship. You might break up. But let's see what the tarot has to say about that. Now, Uranus is a 7-year transit, so this is going to be a long story. But let's talk about specifically July. This is interesting. This is an odd story. Because there's sadness, but there's happiness at the same time. Y'all, Sagittarius, you guys have this reputation, I'm sorry, don't be mad at me, of not wanting to sit still, or wanting to explore, being hard to lock down, particularly in a relationship. I always tell my friends, the quickest way to get a Sagittarius is to act like you're not interested. I'm sorry, Sagittarius, I gotta be honest with you. Not act like you're not interested, but like that they're not the main course. And that interests you guys for some reason. And that's the story that I'm seeing in the cards right now. It's like, if I can be very frank, you're in a relationship and you're being asked to step it up, or you're asking the other person to step it up. You're being asked for a commitment, or they're asking for a commitment, or the relationship is moving to this new level of commitment. And you're not very happy. You're happy about it, but it's almost like you feel like you're losing your freedom. You're not sure? Are they not sure? It's an odd story. It's like getting married. It's like it's your wedding day and you've been planning this day for a long time and you've been wanting to get married, but then you're also mourning your freedom. It's a very interesting story. And I'm also hearing this story for Sagittarius is that you've been possibly putting into others a lot too much and you feel like you've lost yourself. You've been overworked for the sake of other people, for the service of other people, and you feel like there's not enough going on into you. It's like your cup is empty because other people have been drinking from it. Maybe that's why it's like, do I really want to go this far in this relationship? Do they really want to go this far in this relationship? Because you're feeling a little depleted. While it's like everybody else might be happy around you, but it was at your expense. Maybe a break, a vacation. Yeah, this is one of the most interesting storylines I've ever seen. We have the King of Cups, but then it's like a lot of sadness. There also might be the story of like, this might be too good to be true. I shouldn't feel this way. You're waiting for the other shoe to drop. So it feels like emotional fulfillment in some way, but it doesn't feel like you deserve it. It belongs to you. This might be the story for the other opposite person that you're involved with. Maybe you got a promotion and you're just like, oh, I'm not capable. And what I can say, and the cards can say, is just give it more time. 9 of Pentacles. Give it more time. Some of you guys, though, have been giving so much and you're just ready to like jump ship. To literally jump ship. He's not jumping the ship, but he's rowing somewhere. Sagittarius, if you'd like a private reading with me, you can find me at efortheoracle.com. But let's get a next step for this month. Focus, try to reel in and focus more on yourself. Because you will feel less depleted if you have the intentionality of focusing on yourself and filling your own cup first, Sagittarius. I hope you guys have a beautiful July, and I will see you in August. Bye-bye. Hello, Capricorn. My name is Aoife the Oracle, and welcome to your July 2026 tarot reading. Before we get into the tarot, let's get into a little astrology, shall we? This is you right here. We're about to have a full moon in Capricorn, and if you're a Capricorn sun particularly, also sun, well, moon and rising, you'll be feeling something emotionally come to a head. And because in your opposing sign of Cancer, we have the Sun and Mercury will be going retrograde. There's something coming to a head emotionally, and it's most likely triggered by your intimate one-on-one relationships. Partnerships, it could be business partnerships, but it's looking like your intimate relationships. There's something being triggered emotionally within you, and it's having to do with possibly a breakdown in communication. Let's see if the tarot will validate that story for us. Let's look at Capricorn for July 2026. Yeah. There might be a lot of arguing going on in the home. What an odd story. You know, some of you guys are thinking of leaving. I would recommend a private reading for more clarification, because these general readings, don't look at a general reading on TikTok and be like, she told me to divorce. Don't do that. But some of you are seriously thinking of doing that. And it might not be a bad idea. Because the grief that you feel, how much more can you take? I think you've reached your limit. But for the others of you, we keep getting the hangman upside down, which is this Mercury retrograde. You don't have all the information yet. You don't have all the information yet. Because for some of you, there is a great potential for reconciliation. And we have the death upside down. And the reconciliation is basically your mindset is the hindrance, is the block. With King of Swords upside down, it's like, have you or the other person or the other people not had the best mindset about the situation? Were we not coming at this with a place of neutrality, from a place of love, from a place of compassion? Were we just looking at what's not working? Were we being super negative? Were we waiting for the other shoe to drop? If there is a reconciliation in relationships, which I think is what this Mercury retrograde is giving you the opportunity for, focus on your mindset and how you might not be seeing the situation. No, how you could see the situation differently. How you could see the situation differently. Have you been resentful for weeks, months, years now? Can you let some of that resentment go? Yeah. There's an imbalance. There's an emotional imbalance. And I know that this full moon in Capricorn that's going to be happening will illuminate that for you. So just be open to that. Open to the possibility of seeing the situation differently. Anyways, Capricorn, I hope you have a beautiful July. I know you will, because everything is always working out. I'll see you guys next month. Bye-bye. Hello, Aquarius. It's me, Aoife the Oracle, and welcome to your July 2026 tarot reading. Before we get into the tarot, let's take a look at the astrology going on here. So this is you right here with little Pluto changing everything about your life. Can you feel it yet? But directly opposing in Leo in your relationship house, we have Jupiter, which is about expansion, and Venus. If I can be very blunt with you, Aquariuses, if you are single, for the next 3 weeks, you want to be out there with Venus opposing in your 7th house of partnerships, relationships, marriages, boyfriends, girlfriends. You want to be out there because this is happening in your 7th house. These are the most benefic planets, with Jupiter, planet of expansion, Venus, planet of love, beauty, things that bring you pleasure, bed pleasures. Trust me, take my word for it. If you meet your husband or wife in the next 3 weeks, not saying it's absolutely going to happen, but this is a very good setup for it to happen, Aquarius. But let's see what the cards have in store for you, Aquarius. Feeling a little sad about something, having to make a decision, feeling a little sad about possibly romance. A lot of you Aquariuses, it's this situation. The story, the short version of the story is someone's not committing to you. You might not be committing to someone else. And it might be time to move on because it's draining your energy. It's draining your energy. And another story I'm getting is you might be staying in this relationship. The other person might be staying on this relationship purely because you're financially dependent on each other. Can this situation turn around? It can turn around with lots of hard work. Hard work regarding what? Yeah. You know what's funny about relationships? Sometimes you need a little help. I guess that's not really ha-ha funny, but just like, you know, if you have to go to school to learn something, to learn a new skill, a new trade, sometimes you have to go to school to learn about relationships. How to communicate better, how to have better boundaries, how to show care and attention and affection. So be willing to do that. Don't assume that you know it all. If this situation is to reconcile, you need to approach it in a different way with the Hierophant upside down. And if you are financially dependent on this person, it might be time, or the person is financially dependent on you, to gain some of your own solvency. Is that the word? Basically, be more financially independent. We're definitely seeing that. I don't know, but what I said before, if you are breaking up, this might be time to find another one. Don't move so quick, though. If you'd like a private reading with me, you can find me at ifatheoracle.com. Let's get a next step for Aquarius, as I felt like that was too short. Yeah, this situation is zapping your energy. And you might not necessarily be listening to your intuition, or the other person might not be listening to their intuition. Is it time to move on? But it's definitely time to try to do something different, to try something new if what you've been doing clearly isn't working. Thank you so much for joining me this month, Aquarius. I hope it's a good one. I know it'll be a good one, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Hey Pisces, it's me, Ifa the Oracle, and welcome to your July 2026 tarot reading. Before we get into the tarot, let's look at the astrology. This is you, Pisces, just, humming along. As you can see, there's not much going on here, but there is a lot going on here, which is Gemini making a square aspect to you, a 90-degree angle, which means that there could potentially be a lot of tension. If you are particularly a Pisces rising, Gemini would be your 4th house, and Uranus represents shocks, awes, surprises, and it's coupled with Mars, which could be volatile shocks, awes, and surprises. So unfortunately, there might be shifts in your home. There might be lots of activity. Unfortunately, there could be a fight that makes you want to move, or your children want to move, or your partner want to move. So what I can say is, don't jump the gun at home. If you have to, fight for what you believe in, fight for your rights, yes, but don't fight too hard, because Mars is a quick transit and we don't want to regret things that we do, particularly not just with Mars, but Mercury also going retrograde in Cancer. There might be things that we do and say that we might regret later. But let's see what's going on. I have the devil at the bottom of the deck, which doesn't really mean the devil, but it kind of means the devil. Take it easy, Pisces. What's going on for Pisces? It might not be a bad thing. It might be with your 4th house. Maybe your children are going off to college and it's a lot of activity going on. But expect a lot of activity potentially in the family home or in the family system. Pisces, July. You can't make these things up. We got the devil again. We have the High Priestess upside down. It's feeling like explosions. I don't mean like, explosions, but explosive tempers and not listening to your intuition and going too fast. Assuming too fast. I'm hearing this story for Pisces that there's been a lot that you've been holding in for a long time and it just comes out. A lot of y'all are ready to kick rocks. To get it on, to move on. Yep, we have 5 of Wands. So take it easy at home. Like I said, if you absolutely must fight for your rights, fight for what you believe in, and you're right, let it be. But don't let a bad situation make the whole situation even worse. A lot of you guys are ready to move on. You're over it. You feel like the situation is draining you. If you'd like a private reading with me, you can find me at ifatheoracle.com. But what I can say, and I'll reiterate, with the Mercury retrograde that we're experiencing and the potential Uranus-Mars conjunction possibly in your 4th house, take it easy. Because you might say some things or do some things or take actions that you might regret later. But you guys are ready to go. Yeah, everything I see represents go. All the cards represents go, but it looks like it might be premature. The premature aspect, if you look at all 12 signs, I've been saying that for all the signs. And yes, the astrology is Mercury going retrograde, but that's just the tone right now. Don't move too fast. Like I said, if you'd like a private reading with me, because this is just a general reading, Pisces, you can find me at efortheoracle.com. I hope you have a beautiful July, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.